People make Code Lyoko feel like it was a fever dream because there's like a bunch of people that I talk to. Obviously, I'm a big fan of the show, but that just don't know that that show existed.
I remember that show. I watched it as a kid.
That just made me think there was like a Tony Hawk character select for a second. I'm like, what?
It's fucking Superman with a skateboard.
We have now deployed the arsenal, sire. Everything you have specified is in place. It is a brilliant strategy, Master.
The brilliance is in the victory, Cantor. And now it is time to test the capabilities of this Earthman. Even with these weapons, I am curious if this mortal can actually complete his task. The eradication of the last son of Krypton.
Why is he walking like that?
That is not what Darkseid sounds like, by the way.
How do you like that, Superman?
Fuck.
Fuck. Fuck. Fuck.
Shit.
Fuck.
Shit.
It's an improvement.
There was a hole in the bottom of the van.
Wait, who's the voice actor for Superman in this game?
Always do better.
Oh, it is Tim Daly. I think that's his name, right?
Try me.
I don't know. It might be John Knightley.
Fuck you.
Was the final moment of the dramatic battle last night between the Man of Steel and the cyborg criminal.
took that picture? That was
Metallo.
crazy.
Scientists at Star
Spider-Man.
Labs have successfully detached Metallo's cyborg head from his robot body.
That's some pretty
and both
graphic
are
shit
now
to show on the
under
news. They just showed his head being
Rikers
pulled
Island.
off.
Yeah, that's a little
Metallo will be in
wild.
Good company at the maximum security prison, currently home
Is that
to
dude not wearing a
many of
shirt?
Metropolis's criminal elite,
Cell just appears from the
including
bottom.
infamous parasite,
I'm announcing the Cell games. Please beat Clancy Brown. Yes.
Mysterious benefactor. Those robot schematics were extremely complicated. It took our scientists
Would have been funny if it was like,
to decipher them.
oh, hello, Catherine. Like a completely different voice.
It's just the dude that plays Ice King.
Hidden what in Mannheim's warehouse? What on earth are you talking about?
Doesn't look bad, dude, honestly.
No, it actually looks pretty
Just a little
good.
something to help you
Clancy
dispose of
Brown
the
is the best Lex
seven
Luthor.
problem.
Of course, LexCorp thanks you for all your technical assistance.
How are you getting video of this, by the way? Some dude's just below him holding a camera.
Just think of me as a friend, Mr. Luthor.
Dude,
That guy with the bowl cut.
You know, I hope in the new Superman we get a Mercy Graves.
Dude, yeah, we got that new Superman movie coming out this fucking summer, dude.
This summer.
I think that looks good, bro. We saw the trailer for that again in the theater, and I was like, I think it
Oh
looks
fuck, Brandon's calling me.
good. Brandozo. All right, welcome to Superman, dude.
Bro, I have to get my fucking pilot's license to fly this guy. Dude, actually sick though. This looks like it runs great too.
It's literally just Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
You just go fishing.
Hello, citizen. Oh my! Just flies off the bridge.
No, it just flies through their car, dude. Oh my god, yeah. What kind of insurance do you have to cover superhero accidents?
Pretty
Oh.
sick, dude.
Yeah, it is pretty sick, actually.
And then so R2, you just end up hovering right here and turn around and go forward. The right stick is to kind of navigate him.
Interesting.
R2 would just be fly. And if I hit R2 again, if I double tap it, he'll fall.
So, like, coming back to, like, earlier iterations of the animated characters is, like, almost a little bit jarring because you and I have been watching a little bit of Justice League, and you've been saying, it's like, why isn't Superman all that powerful?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just these earlier interpretations of these characters just not as like the way that we know them today. Like I was doing tricks on it. Bro's doing tricks on it. Oh my god. Fucking But the same thing was happening with Batman, where I was watching some older episodes of the animated series, and it was jarring almost to just see Batman get absolutely handled. Like, it was very strange.
Yeah.
So yeah, like when it comes to Superman the animated series, I used to be an avid like Superman kind of hater because I'm like, oh, he's so boring. Like, you're just gonna fucking punch a. She just punched a hole through her. But revisiting the animated series, I'm like, oh, this is kind of where the best shit is for Superman, honestly.
You have yet to see Man of Steel, huh?
No, I have not.
I like Man of Steel.
Locate the traffic accident. Dude, I wish Superman would handle this in my day-to-day life.
Those people need my help.
Superman, pick me up and take me to work. Absolutely, citizen.
Sure, why not?
Super hearing allows Superman to be totally aware of his surroundings. Civilians, enemies, objects, and key events all appear on the radar-style display as different colored blips. Depending on where they are, above or below Superman, they can appear as arrows pointing up or down, or as a square if they're at the same height.
Yeah, should be interesting being in Superman's shoes, where it's just like the decision okay, you don't have to beat up the fucking citizens, dude, chill.
I was trying to fucking figure out how to get into the ground. Superman's amazing strength allows him to pick up almost anything from people to large vehicles. Pick up, stand next to an object, then press and hold X. Put down, press and hold X. He'll put it back down. Rescue the bus by picking it up.
If you're looking for an extremely decent one-stop shop when it comes to Superman, honestly, the first 3 episodes of the animated series, The Last Son of Krypton, extremely decent. Like, it really just sets up from everything from Krypton exploding to a little bit of Brainiac to Superman as a kid in Smallville, or not Smallville, right?
Yeah.
To then going to Metropolis, and it handles all that in 3 episodes, and I think it does it really eloquently. I actually really appreciate the animated series.
Superman's breath can put out fires. Hold circle to do it. There you go.
it's like can put out fires, but he's like, there's like a couple on the verge of divorce that are like arguing in public, and then he like blows on them. Put out that fire today.
Someone's like fucking making a sweet mixtape. He's like,
bro.
that song is too much of a banger. Too much heat on that.
What's interesting too is like seeing things build up from Superman, like, because Superman in my eyes doesn't have that many iconic villains outside of Brainiac and or Darkseid. Outside of that, like, they're okay, but those are his big bads. And then you can maybe say like Lobo.
Square and X to be speeding bullet.
But in the first
Shit.
damn, I'm tripping balls. In the first like little while, like what Superman actually is combated with is like extremely average. Like seeing Superman stop robberies is a little jarring when you're used
That's what I'm saying. Like, shouldn't one punch blow this fucking thing up, dude? That's like, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta nerf him, bro. Also, like, yeah, I mean, you can't be all-powerful in a game, because what fun would that be?
True. I understand that for the video game's sake, but I'm just, yeah, like in the show, I understand that in the show. But see, that's the thing about Superman in general, that I'm just kind of like, it's like, he's so fucking powerful, like, I feel like it limits his ability to evolve as a character sometimes, you know? Besides the shit that you were telling me about at the very end of the animated series and then the beginning of season 2 of Justice League. That was actually really fascinating to me, because it was like, okay, what if, you know, absolute power ends up being his major weakness, to where it's like people end up fearing you and looking at you as more of the villain than the hero because
X and square.
you're, oh yeah, you're right. Because your consequences of your actions are so devastating, you know?
Absolutely.
I think that's super fascinating, but outside of that, I think it's just really difficult to write him as far as like, I don't know, just having any sort of like adversity, you know, or like, because it's almost like One Punch Man. You'd have to make it almost like a comedy in a way, like making fun of that shit in order for it to work.
Sure.
You know?
What's it called? Which is why Lex Luthor is such an interesting villain for Superman, because it's not as if he challenges him physically, but it's with the fact that Superman really can't do anything to him because he doesn't have any hard evidence on his wrongdoings. So he challenges Superman more intellectually. Which, you know, there's only so much an all-powerful being can do if they're looking to abide by things in the law. Oh my.
Superman.
What's it called? But I'm really looking forward to an episode that we're coming up on in Justice League. It's, if not this next set of episodes, it's the one after that. I'm really looking forward to you watching those.
Right on, dude. Yeah, I feel like season 2 has had some pretty good moments. It started out really strong. I'm not gonna lie. That first episode, I was like, God damn, this is a dramatic change in quality.
Absolutely. Oh my god. And then just shit with what was it, Brainiac, right? And then dealing with Highfather and Darkseid and whatnot.
Yes, and I think you know, showing Superman emotionally at a weak point to where Batman has to kind of rein him in was a really cool moment of why both of like highlighting both Superman's weaknesses when he's known to being strong, and you know, highlighting Batman's strength in that moment, knowing he's the weakest one in the Justice League. You know, I think highlighting that in that episode was really smart because it shows the importance of both.
Well, and like the line Batman says to him, I can't remember it one for one, but he's like, you know, he wound you up like a toy soldier and let you loose on everybody.
But that's why you need Batman on the team. That was like, that's why I thought that was really well done, you know?
And then he just hits him with like, get over it. I'm like, ugh, Bruce.
Right, but like I thought that was great because like I was saying, it highlights the importance of Batman on the team, but it also like it shows that Superman isn't perfect, you know, and that Superman can also be pushed to a certain limit, you know, mentally. Mentally. And so I think that's why I thought that was really strong.
Are we missing important stuff?
I don't know. I think she said get in the car and he was like, no thanks, I'll fly there.
Pass. They're robots, so I can kill them.
At least I won't need to pull my punches.
Yep.
Starts beating up the wrong people.
He beats up the cops. Freaking
shit.
My fault.
That'd be hella funny.
So like but you know, all the more reason pushing that moment between Batman and Superman is like, yeah, you don't want to help him, but that's in Batman's eyes just as good as killing him yourself. And Batman can't allow Superman to like who are we to pick and choose who we save? And Batman's like, oh, you know, what if this threat is genuine? Like, would you be okay with like going to the wayside? Because yeah, I mean, it's just as bad as like killing him yourself in Bruce's eyes.
The red bar shows Superman's health, and the yellow bar is his superpowers energy. The more harm Superman receives, the lower his health gets. The more superpowers used, the lower his energy reserve gets. So, all right.
So I would argue that I'm more of a Superman fan in the animated sense, but you more so in a live action.
That's just because I remember watching some of Superman the animated series and Justice League as a kid, but not enough to where I could tell you story beats or anything. I think I need to watch both of those again. Well, obviously Justice League, I've been watching lately, or I'm trying to, but is that it right there?
Yeah. Which the unfortunate side of Justice League is like the moments that you get with these characters are kind of touch and go. So if you wanted to zoom in, look at Superman specifically, that might not be the best place to get it. You'll get moments like when he fights Darkseid, where, you know, you get the classic, it's like, oh, my whole life I feel like I'm surrounded by like toothpicks or whatever, but someone like you can take it. So I have a rare opportunity where I can cut loose and show you just how powerful I really am. And I'm like, ugh, what a line, bro. My God. But yeah, more zoomed in look, and then seeing who he interacts with before the Justice League, because he has an episode with Aquaman, he has an episode with The Flash, he has an episode with I think it's Kyle Rayner, I want to say, one of the Green Lanterns. Okay. Dr. Fate, I believe.
Dr. Phil?
Dr. Phil. So when did you know you were Superman?
So you can just beat up anybody at any time.
Don't you think that's a little dangerous? Whoa.
I don't know what that was. What do the people think out in the crowd of your abilities? Catch me outside.
How about that? But then seeing like the Batman and Superman interactions before the Justice League actually happens, which the Batman Superman team up or crossover was like a 3-episode thing that was like packaged as a movie at the time. It was really interesting, and then just, oh my god, so good.
You'll be rid of me as soon as I find the Joker.
That may not be soon enough.
It doesn't take much, does it? The Joker has 20 pounds more where this came from. Thought you might like to know.
I'm trying to use X-ray vision.
Let me see through your clothes, big boy.
We can look through the boxes, which is kind of cool. It's like, ooh.
Ooh. Dude, me for my
you would
money.
destroy it, deal or no deal. Just look at all the suitcases.
in the early 2000s where you had cereal boxes with prizes in them,
Yeah.
that would just be me. I'd be like, this one's got the X-Men.
You're looking at all your
CD.
fucking Pokemon cards. You're like, yeah, that one's not a good pack. He just throws it away. He's like,
Well, that shit gets like weird anyways, because people will bring scales to the store to like weigh the packs. And the packs that weigh even like a couple grams more means there's like a holographic in there. I'm just like, okay, that takes like the fun out of it, like the surprise aspect.
really? They'll weigh them?
Yeah. And it's a difference of grams because there's more foil on like the holographic packs. Or the packs with holographic
Can you
cards.
imagine like a fucking 38-year-old just weighing each one? Nope.
Yeah.
in the middle of the aisle?
That's literally, that's actually like a legit thing.
That's crazy.
What I'm really hoping for is an Injustice 3. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I would really love for it to, which I think.
Holy fuck!
Jesus Christ. Well, it's a robot, so I guess it doesn't matter. Damn. All right.
What?
You need to try hard. Beat the shit out of me.
I
Come here.
sleep in fire. Oh fuck! I was kidding.
I don't think so.
These like corny one-liners.
Dude, I love it, dude. I wouldn't
No,
change
I
a
love it
fucking thing
too.
about it.
I actually really do think you would like Superman the animated
I
series.
probably would, dude. That's why, especially when you were telling me towards the end of that show, that actually was kind of surprising me. That's the way the show ends. I was like, that's actually kind of ballsy to do.
Well, even like characters like the Toymaker, which is like such a weird off villain, but it's essentially just Superman's Joker, like someone that's using these.
Am I missing something here?
What would be what's the word? Like innocuous things as like a threat, like oh, like it's a fucking toy of like a clapping monkey or whatever, but it's like beating the shit out of Superman.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like his weird version of the Joker in a way. But yeah, even like his interactions with Lois and everyone around him are really good. And then like seeing all the stuff with Brainiac is really good. Which all the more reason why I continue to say that DC has dominated the TV space in my eyes.
I just wish hopefully that'll change as far as the big screen goes, because they have been failing in that aspect. in my opinion. Not that, obviously the Batman movies are great, but everything else is kind of,
But like the wider
solid
DC
to,
universe,
shit, quite frankly.
Yeah, no, you're not even lying. Like as a DC fan, that wall right there. As a DC fanboy, like it breaks my heart because I'm so greatly attached to these characters more than Marvel. But I can't even say that Marvel's been dominating the silver screen at this point. They've kind of been sucking it up.
Yeah, but it's not been good lately. I know they just dropped that Thunderbolts movie. I haven't heard anything about it though.
It dropped?
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
Did you hear anything about that movie? We saw a trailer for it.
Yeah,
when
we saw the trailer when we saw Revenge of the Sith, but
Right.
I didn't know it was out. That's kind of sad.
Jesus Christ! Do you see that?
Yeah.
Him slam himself. Okay.
Floor slam. I wish the animation for that was a little cleaner.
Oh. He does the,
You
the
spin
Mario.
me right. Yeah.
Tornado attack! Tornado spin!
Oh, dude, that'd be fucked up if his cape was like a little wet from the rain too.
Dude, you know what'd be hella funny is that like in the middle of that, he does it like 3 times. The third one's like, just throws up.
No, it like wraps around like the enemy's face or whatever. Oh, bro.
Sorry, I had pears before I came out here.
My fault. Yeah, I'm really hoping for an Injustice 3, so we can see more of that story. And dude, such a cool name for a move. Superman's 423 is called Champion of the Oppressed.
Champion of the Oppressed, huh?
Yeah, what a fucking name
That is
for.
kind of sick, dude.
Which it is like one of his best strings. 423 is so good.
Are you afraid? I am a little afraid with this new Superman movie that it's gonna go down the route of being like, what DC needs is what Marvel was doing. Which, if that's the case, dude, I'm gonna be really disappointed with this Superman movie because
In what way? Like talking
let's make
Endgame?
everything a fucking joke and
please,
undermine characters and make everything feel like tonally like a Marvel movie.
No,
You know, and I think that if they do that, that's a huge fucking mistake, dude. I
agree.
I think that, and the only thing that makes me worried about that, oh, are they above me? Where the fuck am I supposed to be going now?
Yeah,
Yes.
just keep breaking those weird computer things.
Someone put out your birthday candles. Let me light it up for you.
Is it getting mildly hotter in here to anyone else?
Someone making cookies? It's just the lasers on
Dude,
his ass.
seizure warning, bro. Seizure warning. Holy. Got the fucking light gun mechanics.
I was like,
So, like, by the trailer from Superman, I wasn't getting that tonality from
neither
it.
was I, but it. What I was gonna say is that it's James Gunn, which James Gunn, you know, I liked the Guardians movies. I liked the Suicide Squad movie, even though the Suicide Squad movie did have a bit of those Marvel-isms. But it worked for me in that film because that's kind of what those characters are supposed to be. It's basically like a more like darker version of like, you know, ragtag team bands together, you know?
Yeah.
But can he do a Superman movie justice? You know, like I'm like, I don't know. I hope so. I'm really excited for the movie.
Me too.
I really want to see it, and I'm just trying to suppress my hype a little bit because I don't want to be severely disappointed because superhero movies in general have been that. Reason why Deadpool and Wolverine works is because Deadpool's supposed to kind of have that tone.
Yeah.
In a way. So, of course, it works there. But in general, I am a little tired of, you know, everything being a fucking joke and there's no, like, actual stakes to Marvel.
Sure.
Like, that's why Infinity War and Endgame worked so well, is that it was the polar opposite of, like, what you would have expected from those Marvel movies. And they built up to that, like, so well that it's crazy that entire saga was put on the big screen, quite frankly.